The Q4 categories have been announced for the Chase Freedom Flex Card for 2024, and there are a total of 4 categories that'll earn the 5% cashback, with some interesting category choices to say the least. In this video, we'll go over each of the Q4 categories and what's included in each category. Feel free to pause the video to read the disclaimer, or find the full disclaimer in the video description below. In Q4, or from October 1st to December 31st, Chase is offering 5% cashback on PayPal, pet shops and vet services, McDonald's, and select charities. You'll earn the 5% cashback on up to $1,500 spent across these categories in Q4, as long as you activate the quarterly offer by their deadline, which is December 14th. If you go over the spend cap, you'll earn 1% cashback on purchases in the quarterly categories over the cap for the rest of Q4. Let's go over what is and isn't included in each category. The PayPal category will include purchases made using your Chase Freedom Flex Card with PayPal, and of course you'll need to have an open PayPal account in order to do this. Keep in mind any purchases made using PayPal with your Chase Freedom Flex Card linked at merchants included in one of Chase's other Q4 categories will only earn 5% back. So if you pay with PayPal with your Chase card linked to place an online order with Petco, which falls under pet shops and vet services, you'll only earn 5% back. As for the exclusions, payments made through the Zoom transfer service are not eligible to earn the 5% back. In addition, person-to-person transactions made with your Chase Freedom Flex Card on PayPal may be prohibited or ineligible for the 5% back. We'll give some tips and link to our tutorial for linking your card to PayPal later in this video. Next, we have pet shops and vet services, which is a new category for this card. Merchants that fall under this category provide pet care products, pet care services, or both. Specifically, pet shops merchants sell domestic pets, pet supplies, accessories, pet food, and/or services for the upkeep of pets. And this category includes online pet shops as well. As for vet services, that includes licensed practitioners who provide veterinary medicine, dentistry, or surgery for pets, livestock, and other animals. They do offer a few examples of merchants that fall under this category, including Petco, PetSmart, Chewy.com, and Pet Supplies Plus. They do also give a few examples of what wouldn't qualify, such as doggy daycare, pet insurance, and pet grooming. It's interesting they list pet grooming as an exclusion here, since some pet supply stores like Petco, for example, offer pet grooming services as well, and I would have thought it would fall under the definition of services for the upkeep of pets within the pet shops category. If you do pet grooming at Petco, I'm guessing the merchant category code would instead be pet grooming in that case, meaning the service wouldn't earn the cashback since they list it as an exclusion. But perhaps there could be workarounds, like prepaying for the grooming session online using PayPal, so it falls under the PayPal category instead. This next category is also a new one, and it's pretty self-explanatory, but purchases under the McDonald's category will include purchases at McDonald's stores, including those locations within third-party vendors, and on the McDonald's mobile app as well. They do also specify that delivery and takeout services will be included if they're classified under the McDonald's restaurant merchant. Based on ordering from food delivery services like Uber Eats, the charges do show as the delivery app as opposed to the individual restaurant you're ordering from, so I'd avoid delivery apps. McDonald's apparently does have a delivery option called McDelivery, which does route through Uber Eats and DoorDash it seems, so I'm not sure if you do this through the McDonald's app if it would then code under McDonald's. Keep in mind that gift cards and McDonald's merchandise purchased from third parties will not earn the 5% back. The last category we have is select charities, which was a new category last year for Q4, so they're bringing it back again this year. If you'll be making a donation to one of the charities covered within this category, you'll want to use your Chase Freedom Flex Card to earn that 5% back on your donation. Chase provides a list of the specific charities that are eligible for the 5% back, and it's the exact same list from last year. They do have quite a few major charities that many people are familiar with, like the American Red Cross and Habitat for Humanity. Here's the list of all the charities that are eligible for the 5% back. Chase does specify, though, that local chapters of these charities may not be eligible for the 5% back due to transaction processing procedures, so you'll want to make sure you're donating directly to the charity's parent organization. Chase featured PayPal in select charities in Q4 last year, so it isn't surprising they're doing it again in 2024. Overall, though, the Q4 categories for the Chase Freedom Flex Card are pretty disappointing. Last year, they featured wholesale clubs as another category for Q4, which is a great category to earn 5% back on, but this year they went with two new categories, McDonald's and pet shops and vet services. I don't really get why they went with McDonald's specifically. Offering the 5% back on fast food restaurants would have definitely been a way better pick, since not everyone goes to McDonald's, and the fast food category would appeal to a lot more people. As for pet shops and vet services, this can be a great category if you have a pet, but if you don't, then this category doesn't really add much value. In this way, Chase's Q4 categories are pretty underwhelming, especially compared to the exciting categories they included earlier this year, like 7% cashback at restaurants. I would have thought they'd be upping their game in Q4 in particular, with the holiday shopping season coming up. I think most people will be focusing on the PayPal category in Q4, since it's a category that can apply to many different purchases. So if you're placing an online order for a store or paying a bill online, you can check if they accept PayPal. Remember though, when you're checking out using PayPal, you'll need to make sure you already set up your PayPal account to be linked with your Chase Freedom Flex card as your preferred card for your account. We also have a quick walkthrough of how to add your Chase card to your PayPal account and make sure you have your card selected as your primary card within your settings, which you can check out here. For those that have both the Chase Freedom Flex card and the Discover It Cashback card, at least there isn't any overlap with the quarterly categories for 5% back between the two cards though. You can learn more about Discover's Q4 categories in this video here. As for me, my grocery purchases will be covered with my Discover It card, so I'll most likely be using my Citi Custom Cash card for 5% back at gas stations, and I'll stick to my US Bank Altitude Go card for 4% back at restaurants, including dining in, takeout, and delivery. Let me know in the comments, how do you feel about the categories for the Chase Freedom Flex card for Q4? Also, which categories will you be spending the most in? If you enjoyed this video, you may be interested in this video next, which gives a full review of the Discover It Cashback card we mentioned earlier, which offers 5% back on rotating quarterly categories with no annual fee. Or this video, which gives a full review of the American Express High Yield Savings Account, which is currently offering over 4% APY on your account balance with no monthly fees. If you found this video helpful and you'd like to see more of this type of content, be sure to click like and subscribe if you haven't yet. If you want to be notified when we post new videos, don't forget to click the notification bell as well. Thanks for watching and see you next time.